Yes, thank you, Alessandra. It's great to meet all of you. So next Tuesday, on the 17th of May, the International Telecommunication Union, ITU, will celebrate World Telecommunication and Information Society Day, WTISD, a date that has been celebrated every 17th of May since 1969, to mark the founding of ITU and the signing of the first International Telegraph Convention in 1865, so for a long time. This year's WTISD puts a spotlight on digital technologies for older persons and healthy aging, reflecting the defining demographic trend of the 21st century. More than 1 billion people around the world are currently aged 60 years or older, and amidst the overall aging of the global population, ITU is promoting digital solutions as a key element in the UN Decade of Healthy Aging. So UNOG accredited media is invited and even encouraged to attend physically the high-level panel next Tuesday on the 17th. And said high-level panel will feature our own SG, Mr. Holin Zhao from ITU, Dr. Susanna Jakab from WHO, Deputy Director General, Her Excellency Ms. Ursula Fusu Ekuful, Minister of the Ministry of Communication and Digitalization in Ghana, Ms. Mylin Ka, Senior Vice President and General Manager for the Japan Asia Pacific region at Amgen, Dr. Jane Barrett, Secretary General of the International Federation of Aging, and Mr. Justin Derbyshire, Chief Executive Officer at Help Age International. So we hope to see you there, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Santiago. Let me see if there's any question from the journalists either in the room or online. Let me open the list of participants. Catherine Fiancon has a question for you. Catherine.
Yes, good morning. I just wanted to ask the question to Santiago. Will there be opportunities of asking questions to that event? The event you just mentioned, or is it just a high-level event?
It'll be a high-level panel, and there will be possibility to ask questions, yes.
From the press?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Catherine. There are questions. I don't see any. So thank you very much, Santiago. Good luck for the event. And I'll give the floor now to our own Christian from WHO, who also has quite a few announcements.
Let's try this again. I think now it should work. Thank you, Alessandra. And yes, a list of announcements. First of all, today, this afternoon at 3:30 here Geneva time, there's an embargoed press conference, virtual press conference on the first global report on assistive technology. That term sounds a bit odd, but it concerns any technology or any device which helps in your daily life, like glasses, hearing aids, or all the way to wheelchairs or any other technology necessary or designed to help you in a health situation, for aging population and so on and so forth. So the first time ever there's a global report with global data, similar like access to medicine. It's about access to this assistive technology. So this afternoon, 3:30, please join a couple of speakers. The announcement has been going out, of course. Then also today, still just shortly after this, Friday the 13th, at 5 o'clock in Geneva time, there's the now the third edition of the Health for All Film Festival Awards ceremony. This will be held also online mainly still, and we have a couple of high-level dignitaries speaking who were the watching the films and judging them, including Sharon Stone, Emilia Clarke, Mia Maestro, and other jurors. The DG will also join with a statement beforehand, and you will have statements from those jurors, and that's at 5 o'clock this afternoon/evening. And finally, last but not least, the third big thing, certainly highly awaited, is the press briefing we have ahead of the World Health Assembly. So we're doing a briefing on next Monday at 3 o'clock a virtual press briefing with a couple of good speakers to brief on the procedures and the main topics coming up at the World Health Assembly. This is again Monday, 3 o'clock. We have Tim Armstrong, who's the director of the Department of Governing Bodies. We'll have Steve Solomon, the principal legal officer, and we have Peter Singer, Dr. Peter Singer, the special advisor to the Director General. So this should be really good, and anybody who's interested in following the assembly, that would be the perfect place to get the latest heads up. And with this, thank you.
Thank you very much, Christian. Any question from the room or online to WHO? I see Barbara.
Good morning. Actually, my question is not for Christian, so it's about another topic.
Okay, let me see if there's any other question for Christian or WHO. I don't see any. So Christian, thank you very much. I have a few, sorry, I have a few announcements for you, but we also have a lot of colleagues who are connected and who are available for questions, although they are not actively briefing. So I don't know, Barbara, for whom is your question?
Yeah, I was wondering if there's anyone from the Office of the High Commissioner to take questions about the killing of Shireen Abu Akleh in Jenin, the Al Jazeera journalist.
Yeah, Barbara, no, the answer is no, they were not available today. But I think, I'm pretty sure you've seen not only the statement that the spokesperson of the Secretary General has put out on behalf of the Secretary General on the killing of this journalist, but also I would invite you to have a look maybe, and I can share it with you if you want, to the extensive number of questions and answers that have been going on yesterday at the noon briefing. A lot of your colleagues have asked questions, including on the accountability issue for this death. And so if you wish, we can share this with you and maybe with everybody if there's an interest. Any other question from the journalist? Otherwise, I've got a few, in fact, announcements. One comes from WTO. As you know, from the 12th to the 15th of June, the 12th Ministerial Conference of WTO will be taking place in Geneva. Now, those members of the media who have not already been accredited and wish to attend the conference can apply for accreditation now. The deadline to receive application is the 18th of May at 6 p.m. Geneva time, 18 hours, 6 p.m. Geneva time. Journalists and media representatives who were accredited last year and have confirmed their wish to keep their accreditation are not required to reapply. They will have already received an email from the WTO confirming their accreditation status. Accredited journalists will be able to pick up their ministerial badges from the press accreditation room, which will be located at the Centre Administratif de Varennes from noon on Friday, 10th of June. The main press center will be located on the gallery level of the new building of the WTO. Approximately 160 workstations will be available for members of the press. And please note that the workstations cannot be reserved and they will be available on a first come, first served basis. More information on the WTO site, and of course, Fernando, Dan Prusin, and all the other colleagues in the press office of WTO are available for answering your questions. I also wanted to let you know that the Committee Against Torture is concluding this morning its 73rd session and will therefore issue its concluding observation on the 6 countries whose report have been reviewed during this session, which are Iceland, Cuba, Iraq, Montenegro, Kenya, and Uruguay. The Committee on the Rights of the Child is concluding this morning its review of the report of Djibouti, and the Conference on Disarmament shall have next Tuesday the first public meeting of the second part of its 2022 session, still under the presidency of Ambassador Juan Antonio Quintanilla Roman of Cuba. The second part of the session runs until the 1st of July. And since for once we have a little bit of time today, I wanted to tell you that on the 14th of May, the international community commemorate World Migratory Bird Day. It's an interesting day because it is It is celebrated twice a year, May and October. The May commemoration in 14th of May is the main one. And this year, the World Migratory Bird Day will be putting the spotlight on the issue of light pollution and how it is affecting migratory birds. There is a press release that we have been issuing today, not we, in the UN, we have distributed it to you. There's also a 2-minute animation video. And the idea is that there are events all over the world to dim the lights of the cities so that the migratory birds are not disturbed, but also there are a number of events to fundraise for programs to protect migratory birds. I think this is more or less what I had to tell you. And let me see if there is any other question for any other of the colleagues. I don't see any. Just very, oh, sorry, Peter. I didn't look at the room. I look at the platform. Peter, go ahead.
Could you tell us, thanks, Alessandra, what the focus of the conference of disarmament will be next week? Thank you.
Yeah, I don't have more information than the one I have given you, but we will ask our colleague from the Office of Disarmament Affairs and maybe send you a little note correspondent to everybody. Just one point, I just wanted to mention next week, the UNIS Geneva will have the great chance to host a global meeting of all the directors of information of the United Nations from all over the world. As you, I'm sure, know, what we do here in Geneva and with the information service at a different scale, but it happens everywhere in the world, whether it's Vienna, Nairobi, or other location, other main headquarters, but also in the countries. The colleagues who are doing basically my job in these various countries are coming to Geneva next week for a global meeting. They come from all over the world, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Swiss government who is supporting this meeting. And I wanted to flag this in case any of our journalists would like to meet any journalist from, any colleague from the information center of the country of origin or the country of origin of their media. If there's any interest for interviews or contacts, do not hesitate to let us know. And to have a list of the people who are coming, of course, you can address yourself to our offices. And I think really this is all I had for today. Briefest brief ever. If there's no other question, thank you very much. I wish you a very good weekend, and I leave you next week in the hands of Real, as I will be following the global meeting of UNIC directors. Thank you very much. Have a nice day and weekend.